Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social in association with Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store. For a change, it's not over Zoom, so it's a lot better today. Lerrone Richards, appreciate you letting us come down and watch you spar. Obviously, I'm down here quite a bit anyway with Callum, but some good rounds for you today. A couple of weeks off from your fight. God willing, everything goes to plan and we actually get you back in the ring, but some good rounds today.
Yeah, brilliant rounds. I can always rely on Callum. He always gives me world-class rounds, and I appreciate it.
Last time we spoke, I think it was fight week, or it was on the verge of fight week, and then disaster struck, fight falls through, and it's just another bump in the road for you. So how I don't know whether you're pent up or just waiting, is it going to be just a relief when you see the guy on the scales and you wake up fight day knowing, look, I'm back in the ring, it's time to go again, because you want to get going, don't you, again?
Yeah, it might sound bizarre to people, but I'm very relaxed, composed, and when fight night comes, it comes. I'm a ultimate professional. I stay in the gym all the time. Life is camp, and I can't wait to get going on the 14th of June.
How have you found working with Grant? I know you've been there a while now, honing on your skills. There's a few new additions to the gym as well. I know the likes of Chantel Cameron's come down there as well. What's it like working in that environment? There's such a different, everyone's at different levels, and it must be a really good gym to be a part of.
It is. Obviously, we're all learning from each other as well. I have Junaid, who's near enough around. We do my weight. We do rounds together.
I bet they're good rounds, like.
Oh, brilliant! Junaid's a very talented fighter and touted to be the next big thing. So, he will be, and the gym's booming.
What can we expect from you in the next couple of weeks? Are we going to see a clinical Lerrone Richards performance? Is it just about getting the victory? I know a lot of fighters say, look, however the victory comes, it comes, but do you know, or you sort of feel like how this performance is going to go from yourself?
Yeah, there's no pressure. I just need to go and do what I do. But obviously you want to put on a performance, and that's what I intend on doing. I've had a very good training camp. Like I said, camp is life. And I can't wait.
Last time we spoke, and you mentioned it a little bit off camera, you've been British champion what seems like a million years ago, and obviously with everything that's gone on in and out the ring, you're only really a couple of fights away, and you want to be challenging outside of the domestic level on the world stage or fringe world level. You've been calling them. I know you want that Berlanga fight. Why does that fight appeal to you so much? I know he's sort of next in line for Canelo, depending on what Canelo does. If that doesn't happen, you'd really love that fight, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. I think it's an intriguing fight. But also, who is Berlanga box at world level?
I think you fought Paddy McCrory last time it was with him. You tell me.
Well, but listen, I don't think that he's boxed anyone at world level. I have, and he needs to test himself against one of the best, and I'm one of the best. So I think it makes sense.
What about him makes you think that you'd have the beating of him? I know you think fighters think they can beat everyone, a moving truck, a train oncoming kind of thing, but what is it that appeals to you about fighting Edgar Berlanga?
Do you know what? I'm not one of those fighters that like to pick on the weak. I don't think he's a weak fighter at all. I think he's a quality fighter. I want to fight the best, and he's one of the best, and that's the reason why I want to fight him.
Canelo, obviously, who sits at the top of that division, at the top table of boxing. Obviously, everyone would like that fight, but Canelo's in a position now where he's earned the right to sort of pick and choose whatever he does, and he'll drop belts, pick them up, and do as he sees fits. But is that what you're sort of either hoping for, that you can get yourself into a position to either fight him, or that belts become vacant and you can get yourself in that spot on the rankings to challenge?
Well, I'm in the snap of the boss business. I'm about activity and getting in the ring and doing my thing. If them belts become available, that's lovely. If not, then we'll wait. And once I get my opportunity, I'll take it for sure.
100%. Just quickly, just before you go, because I know Grant and everyone's got to shoot off because there's other people that are training at the Steel City gym. It's the 5v5 coming up this weekend. Yeah. Eddie versus Frank. Yeah. Frank versus Eddie, actually, because Frank's seemingly the A side on this poster. Yeah. When you look at these fights from top to bottom, do you have an idea of who you think's going to win?
What promoter or the fight?
Yeah, so start Willie Hutchinson, Craig Richards.
I'm going to go with Craig Richards.
Yeah. Nick Ball, Ray Ford. I think that's a great fight.
Oh, it's a brilliant fight. I'm going to go for Nick Ball.
By stoppage?
Oh, it's a hard one. Obviously, Raymond Ford was talking a lot about the weight, which he shouldn't have been speaking about. But if he's tight at the weight, I think it'll be Nick Ball.
When you sort of go through the card, the top of the card, I think Wilder, Zhang, is it's a very interesting one. We saw Wilder last time out, and it was a case of, we don't know what he's going to bring this time. And Zhang, I mean, a lot of people say for 6 rounds is the best heavyweight in the world. How do you see that?
Well, Zhang beat my favourite heavyweight in Joe Joyce. So I'm gonna back Zhang for that fight. By knockout.
Hrgovic Dubois, by the way. Promo for that one, by the way, was incredible. Dubois got a bit of spite in him for this as well.
I think Dubois.
Yeah. I think it's his time.
Honestly, I think he's a brilliant boxer. I think people, he's been beat by Joe Joyce. He's been beat by Oleksandr Usyk, and at such a young age. And I feel like those fights, the experiences, will help him along with this fight.
It's a bit of a mad one, that, because he came under a lot of criticism after defeat to the likes of Oleksandr Usyk, but he sort of bounced back against Jarrell Miller, and I thought it was impressive because when you're fighting guys like that, it's extremely difficult when you're under a lot of pressure and you're getting a lot of criticism. I thought he did well.
I did as well, and I was saying, I think Miller done too much talk in that fight. It made Dubois biting that gum shield when he needed to, but he done really well, and I was proud of him when he won, because I've known him for years, Daniel, because we used to box at the same amateur club, Repton.
I was going to say you two get on quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, well, I know Daniel, I know his dad, and I'm very proud of how far he's come, for sure.
I've had very much down the middle with this from everyone I've asked. Amo Williams Eddie thinks can be potentially that next big star in America, along with the other ones he's signed. But Hamza Shiraz, highly thought of by Frank Warren. I think he made him the captain for this. And he's put a very good run together. I mean, talk to me about that.
He's definitely put in a good run together since he boxed Bradley Skeet. He's improved a lot, obviously, under his new coach. I've been very impressed by Hamza. It's a hard fight. Do you know what? This one I'm going to sit on the fence. I don't know. I don't know, but
Who would you like to win, regardless of who's fighting, Frank or Eddie?
What promoter?
Who would you prefer?
I'm sitting on the fence for that one, mate. It's not about the promoters, it's about the fighters, and may the best fighters and may the best promoter win.
Okay, mate. Look, Lerrone, appreciate you giving us some of your time. Thank you for letting me watch you spar. We're looking forward to seeing you back in the ring, finally doing your thing and heading towards world titles. Lerrone, appreciate your time.
I appreciate it. Thanks, brother.